Hello and welcome. It's time for another series of episodes in Poland Daily Travel. What's better to do on a bright, sunny summer's day than light out for the country? And that's just what we did. There are so many interesting and cool places near Warsaw to go and see. That makes a day trip full of adventure and surprises. We went west, first to Ożarów Mazowiecki, then cross-country. Nearby Sochoczew was the scene of the Battle of Mazura River in September 1939. The last Polish cavalry charge defeated German infantry. There's a museum and the ruins of the castle of the Dukes of Mazovia. Another cross-country jaunt and we come to Brochów on the Mazura River. There's a beautiful church with the design of a castle. Chopin's parents married here at the turn of the 19th century. So it's westward ho from Warsaw for Poland Daily Travel. Stay with us and sit back and enjoy the ride. Poland Daily Travel, your favorite travel programming about Poland. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Poland Daily Travel. We're here in the beautiful town of Sochoczew, about 60, 70 kilometers from Warsaw, and we are walking west and north because this is the way the Mazura River flows, and we are going to go to a very nice place called Brochów, which has an amazing church. Nicholas, it's the church where
Chopin's parents were married.
Correct.
And indeed,
Yes,
I believe,
I
believe it's also the church where Chopin was baptized.
That's correct. And we might get to see that paper if it's on display. We'll have a look anyway. I don't know if it is. I hear it's sometimes on display. We'll try, see what we can do. Even if we only get a picture with our phone, if they won't let us film in there.
Well,
they may say it's too valuable to film.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, you never know. But we certainly see the church, which is an amazing place. I don't want to talk too much about it now.
No, let's see what it's like
because
when
we're
we
going to
get
see it in the next, after the bumper.
After the bumper. It all happened after the bumper.
What day is it today? It's Friday, right?
It is Friday.
Is it a nice place on a Friday afternoon to be right here?
Very peaceful, very...
I'm enjoying it.
It is.
It's beautiful with the, we're just right, the main square is just right over there, about 200 meters, 300 meters.
Over my shoulder.
The who?
River.
The river's right over your shoulder, that's correct.
The castle is over your shoulder.
The castle's over my shoulder. We got it all.
In the Middle Ages, this would be a key piece of real estate.
There's nothing here. There's nothing here at all. Do you think there was one? Do you think villages? Probably the villages were here.
Well, I think the original settlement was
here.
Was round about the castle. Yes.
Yeah, it would have been down in the valley between the river and the castle.
Will have moved as technology improved and as various battles destroyed various things. Then it will have moved.
Because they always had the wooden parts would have been near the...
Exactly.
Would have been started to be built outside
exactly right.
The main...
And of course you'd need, in those days, you'd actually need access to the river for water and all sorts of things. So
yeah, otherwise you don't have it. Well, you could dig a well. Yeah. You could dig a well. True. But why dig a well when you got a beautiful river next door, you know?
And 700 years ago, or whenever the settlement first appeared, you know, that's what you would have done. Gone straight to the river.
Did you know Żelazowa Wola is close by?
Yes,
it's only 2 kilometers, right?
2 kilometers.
I've
cycled. It was also Chopin's birthplace.
It's where, he lived the first 6 months or something in his life. Not very long.
But also, since this is a travel show, I have cycled to there from Warsaw.
You have?
Yeah, and there and back is about 100 kilometers, so what's that, 70 odd miles.
Yeah, I was there on.
Yeah. And it's actually recently. Quite a nice cycle ride as well. You can go from the north of Warsaw, go, as you'll know, towards Stare Babice, then you go and you go past...
Stare Babice.
Stare Babice, you go there.
That means an old grandma.
Yes.
I don't know what it means.
Then you wind your way through the countryside, then you get to a little town of Leszno, and then it's a nice straight...
Leszno's on the edge of the forest.
Yes.
There's a nice Gothic church there.
Exactly, then you go straight past the church, and then you keep going. And you get to the... and it's on the same road, and you get to the house and the gardens.
So it's just on the extreme southwestern edge of the forest.
It's a nice morning. Well, I prefer to go cycling on London in the morning, but it's a nice morning trip. Go there.
Do you cycle on the street or on
the road? Yeah, there are parts of it are cycle paths. In fact, in Poland, technically, I once got a ticket from the police for cycling on the road when I should have cycled on the cycle path.
Really?
Really. One Sunday morning, in fact, between Leszno and Warsaw, they were waiting.
Really?
To pounce. And I was there and I got stopped. And then some people who were obviously really keen cyclists, they were in their club cycle kit.
Yeah.
And they were so cross to be stopped by the police. They got into an argument with the police. Saying,
Why were they stopped? What were they doing?
Well, because technically in Poland, if there's a cycle
Did they stop
path,
them for wearing silly cycling gear?
No, they stop them for cycling.
You do that
on the,
too, don't you?
Yeah,
You
I
wear
do.
silly gear.
It's only
I just wear normal stuff.
Yeah, but
T-shirt.
But if you're cycling a long distance, and
Yes.
particularly in hot weather, it's more comfortable. And it's more practical as well, because
Yeah,
you've
if
got
you're
pockets.
doing it every day, like the Tour de
No,
France.
but I've tried all sorts of things on a bicycle, and honestly,
Ah.
it is the most comfortable way of doing it.
Yeah. Okay.
It is
I
true.
just wear shorts and a T-shirt.
Yeah, but you're American.
And carry one of these. What does that have to do with being an American?
Because
You didn't
you're not,
say that when we came over in 2 wars.
You're not good on
you.
you.
didn't go, you're just Americans here to save us.
You weren't here
No,
to
that's
save.
not good enough.
But you weren't really here to save us. Were you?
I
You
know,
were here to
just kidding.
take.
Come
You
on.
were here to take
I'm
advantage.
still reliving the American Revolution.
Yeah, exactly. So are we.
Poland. Are you really?
Wonder how we could do it better.
That's why I live in Williamsburg, Virginia. Still reliving it. Near Jamestown.
Yeah.
We're living our heritage.
We are.
We come from the same place.
We do really.
We
yeah.
do. Yeah. And we live in Poland.
And we live
so
in
it's
Poland.
Great. Best
We have
of
the
both
same
worlds.
name.
Best of both worlds. Best of both worlds. Okay. Stay with us, Poland Daily. We're moving on to Brochów. You're going to love this. Stay with us. After the bumper, more excitement. You're going to like this building. It's really interesting. Come on. On the way out of Sohachev, we couldn't resist stopping by the monument of Chopin
Yes, indeed.
in the little square here. He lived from 1810 to 1849, 39 years. It's not a long life.
It's not a long life. And not much of it, tragically, was spent in Poland,
A lot of it was spent
in Paris.
in France, yeah. And that's why the French sometimes try to claim him as a French composer.
Well, European countries do that. I mean,
Yeah.
the Austrians try to claim Mozart and,
Yes.
and try to disclaim another of their famous sons.
You mean that guy?
Exactly, that
Yeah, Adolf?
guy. Adolf, yes.
I'll tell you what, the more I hear about him, the less I like him.
Yeah, not a pleasant chap.
Not really. At any rate, we're still on our way to Brochów, but we just thought we'd mention that this is early Chopin country. So somebody who's so important in Polish history and in the music history of the world, it's worth mentioning and emphasizing that he was really from this area. And it's only a couple kilometers away where his house was, and a little further on to the church, which we said before was where his parents were married and he was baptized. At any rate, anything else you want to say about Chopin other than great tunes?
Great tunes, great pianist.
Yeah, I mean, if he was alive today, he'd be like John Lennon or something. He'd like, not Vladimir, the other guy.
Yeah.
He'd be like a huge rock star. He'd be like Elton John. No, you can never. That's probably the wrong one.
Probably the wrong one. I think the viewers understand what you're trying to say.
What I'm trying to say is he'd be big.
Big. Well,
Like Michael Bolton.
he was big then,
Michael Bolton? No?
so he'd be even bigger now. if he
Bigger
was
than
still
Michael
alive.
Bolton?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know if that's possible to be bigger than Michael Bolton. But at any rate, yes, we are moving on. Stay with us. Poland Daily, we're moving on to the next place. We're going to show you that church. I promise. I'm going to show them to them, really.
Wait, they're waiting.
I am. I know, you're waiting. You're annoying me. Stop it. The whole time.
In your dreams.
I'm going to tell them. I'm going to
Tell them.
Yeah. I'm going to tell them how it is. I'm going to tell them what it is. And I'm going to tell them again. How does that go?
But you're not going to tell them where it is.
No, I'm not going to tell them where it is. I'm not going to show them where it is, that's for sure. We don't do that on this show.
We don't.
We don't show people where things are.